Really, the true intent of the program is to provide training to student nurses and practicing nurses in order for them to really practice at their full scope of their licensure. The other intent of the RNPC Scholar is really to support the initiatives at a national level of Healthy People 2020, which is to ensure the healthy lives and longevity of all people.
Primary care in rural communities is where things start.
Especially in our community, it's sometimes the only care the patient has. So our primary care doctors have to do a lot of research and maybe know a little more than your average primary care doc, and our primary care nurses.
In a rural setting, you don't have a huge amount of specialists. And so in a rural setting, primary care is really the most important thing. It keeps people healthy and it keeps them from needing more advanced care. We're the only health care, in 200 plus miles. We deal with everything, and we go anywhere from labor and delivery to general surgery to just your standard family practice. And so in a rural area, you really get to test your knowledge, test your skills. You get to do a lot of things that you probably wouldn't get to do in other areas, which makes you a better provider and more broad in your knowledge and skill base.
Really, the unique opportunities for students who participate in the RNP Scholar program is that they're going to receive clinical training in rural healthcare settings. They're going to be able to learn and interact with different cultures who live in those areas. They're also going to be working interprofessionally with various healthcare providers, whether it be in an urban setting, a rural setting, in outpatient clinic settings, and really step away from this with a clear understanding of what primary health care is and why there is a push to really increase student knowledge in that area.
My favorite thing about Ely is just the community environment and how everyone is very welcoming and friendly.
I think the benefit of being here is I'm taking care of my friends and neighbors. It's different than not knowing the patients that you're taking care of. You see these people at the grocery store, you are at the fireworks on the 4th of July with them, and you're very vested in them having a good outcome. So it makes it really easy to go above and beyond for them because they're your friends and neighbors.
So we are in desperate need of all healthcare professionals, and we love when students will come out to Ely because it gives them an eye-opening experience of what's out there. You get to see exactly what you can do with your skill set. And through that, they, again, just get a better skill set, a better base of knowledge, and they become a better provider for it. So students are very valued here, and we put them to work, and we make them do lots of stuff. We don't have them just doing the garbage work that nobody wants to do. We get them their hands-on experience so that they can make this a valuable rotation and be able to walk away with some skills and knowledge that they wouldn't have had they not been here.
The RNPC Scholar experience that students will receive will certainly enhance the Roseman's 6-point mastery learning model, in that they'll step away from this really with a holistic perspective on health care. They're going to get unique clinical experiences. One such experience will happen in Ely, Nevada, which is a very dynamic and diverse community. And so the students will really have some nice tools in their professional career to really address some of the major public health concerns that are facing both our country and globally.
We are very excited to have the students come here. Our plan for the students when they get here is to pair them up with a provider and that provider's nurse or MA, and having them doing hands-on care. We want them doing just exactly what they would do on a regular day in the clinic if they were that person's nurse.
Everyone gets to know their patient well, and that continuity of care, that constant care, you know them as they go through their change in life from a small child to an adult.
Some additional benefits for students to participate in the RNP Scholar program. If students, for example, are thinking of expanding their career and becoming a future nurse practitioner, we know that nurse practitioners reside and practice and live in primary healthcare settings. Very few exist in an acute care setting. So this will certainly support their goals in the attainment of becoming a nurse practitioner because they'll have that understanding of primary care. Additionally, if students, for example, go to Ely, Nevada, and they love rural healthcare, which we hope will happen, and they have a sense of community and commitment and give back to that community, then that will certainly lend itself perhaps to some loan payback and forgiveness programs for these rural areas.
There's lots of interesting things to do in Ely. One of the only functioning steam locomotive trains here in town. It's very outdoorsy, so There's hunting, fishing, backcountry skiing, cross-country skiing, mountain biking. I like to treasure hunt, and we have Garnet Hill just outside of town where you can go hunt for garnets. Pretty much anything you want to do outdoors you can find to do in Ely.
If you're looking for an adventure and you want to live out in the Wild Wild West, you want to be able to apply all your knowledge and skills, and you want to be able to make a difference, then Ely's the place for you.
If you're interested in unique professional opportunities and working with diverse cultures, and if you have a commitment to give back to the communities in which you work in. We invite you to reach out to the RNPC Scholar Program at Roseman University's College of Nursing.